Henry James, born on the 15th of April 1843 at 21 Washington Place, New York City, was the second son of the independently wealthy Henry and Mary James. His elder brother William had been born the year before. Almost immediately, their restless and intellectual father, Henry James Sr., set about travelling to give his children the best education possible. The family visited Europe, staying in France and England, but returned to the US in 1845 to live in Albany in New York State. Following the birth of two more sons, they moved to New York City, where a daughter Alice was born in 1848. This was perhaps the most settled period of Henry James's childhood, with the family staying in New York for 7 years. In 1855, they were off on their travels again. Henry James Sr. was becoming obsessed with giving his children the very best, and the children had a succession of private tutors when they stayed in England, France, and Switzerland. In 1858, on return to America, the family took up residence in Newport, Rhode Island. They were in Europe in 1859, with Henry attending schools in Geneva and Bonn. But in 1860, they returned to Newport. Henry and his fiercely intelligent brother William studied art, and although Henry was a very poor artist, the training gave him an interest in visual design and layout, which subsequently influenced his writing a great deal. At this time, he was also writing poems and translating the work of French authors. In 1861, disaster nearly struck when Henry was injured while helping to put out a fire, an event which he would describe as a horrid and obscure hurt. Meanwhile, his brothers Wilkie and Robertson fought on the Union side in the Civil War. William attended Lawrence Scientific School at Harvard. Feeling a failure at art, Henry studied for a year at Harvard Law School, another venture which failed to bring him much success. In 1864, with the family uprooting to Boston, and William now at Harvard Medical School, Henry began to forge a literary career. His first short story was published anonymously in the Continental Monthly. More success followed in 1865, when James was published under his own name in the Atlantic Monthly. In 1866, the family moved yet again to Cambridge, Massachusetts. Henry lived at home and continued writing, but in 1869 went to Europe, travelling in England, France, Switzerland, and Italy.